Alright there guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to another video, another Blu-ray update, minus the media books this time. I just done a media book video a little while back, so this will just focus on what I've picked up in terms of other Blu-ray editions over the last week and a bit. Pretty mixed bag. Majority of them are horror though, as usual. The horror genre is my preferred genre of choice when it comes to movie watching and purchasing. But we'll get things started with a non-horror title. And that would be the new Arrow Video release of Street Mobster from 1972. This is a brilliant Yakuza film from Kinji Fukasaku, who released a whole slew of Yakuza themed films from the late 60s, early 70s. And this is my favourite among his output. Really good film, really enjoyed this one. I had the old UK DVD from Eureka, gosh, about 16 years ago I think that came out. And that's how I got introduced to the film, and it's been a favourite ever since. So the Blu-ray's been a long time coming, really intrigued to check out the transfer. I remember the old UK DVD, wasn't too bad looking actually, but that Arrow Video have got their hands on it, they're a trustworthy label. But yeah, highly recommend this one guys. It's about this young punk, this street punk, this young hoodlum and his gang of hooligans roaming the streets, and they start to clash heads with the local established Yakuza gang. And the Yakuza gang, they set about trying to put him and his guys in their place, you know, just knocking them down a notch or two in the pecking order. But he resists. He does his best to resist all their aggressive antics, and he fights to the very end. And it's just good to see how it plays out. Quite violent in places. There's lots of street fights involving weapons and stuff. A bit of romance. It's got a very gritty, realistic style to it, that shaky cam style, almost documentary-like. It's really effective how it's been done. Special features-wise, quite lacking. There's a commentary in a trailer, reversible sleeve. It's unlikely I'll flip the sleeve. I do really like this artwork. That's really eye-catching. It's brilliant. Hopefully there's a booklet inside as well. There usually are booklets to accommodate these releases. But anyway guys, recommended Street Mobster 1972, give it a watch. Alright, moving on. Here we have the new 88 Films release of Amazonia, the Catherine Miles story, also known as Cannibal Holocaust 2, White Slave, and other various titles. But yeah, I like this film. It's pretty good. It's not strictly a cannibal film. It's Italian made. It's more like a drama. Jungle adventure drama. It's got more in common with Man from Deep River actually. It's like this woman, English woman, who goes, she gets kidnapped, abducted whilst cruising through the Amazon. She gets abducted by a gang of headhunters, and she gets assimilated into the tribe. She tries to survive and adjust to their ways as best she can, hoping for a rescue party to come and find her. Apparently based on true stories, but that's been proven to be false. So yeah, not strictly cannibal involvement. There's one scene at the beginning which is very brief, and that involves the headhunters having an altercation with the local cannibal tribe. But after that, you don't see him. It does have a bit of gore here and there. There's some graphic decapitations, a ton of nudity. She's been pretty much nude through the entire film. Animal violence. There's a couple of scenes of animal violence, both involving a leopard or a jaguar hunting various animals. The first animal he gets and rips apart a small deer, and the second scene, which is probably the more distressing, he gets hold of a monkey and has its way with him. That was quite upsetting to see, and it did like both of those scenes were staged to me. They tried to pass it off as hunting footage, but it didn't look that way. But so yeah, not quite as graphic in compared to other cannibal films out there, but it's still there, so be warned. And yeah, this is the 88 Films release, as I said, the Blu-ray. This is the 88 Films store exclusive slipcover, so this will not go on general release on other online retailers or in stores in the UK. It's only available from 88 Films. I think there's only 500 copies with the slipcover available. $12.99 it was going for. The reason it's only available through 88 Films is because of the nudity that's involved on the front cover, so that won't be acceptable in UK stores anymore. This is the back of it. Here you go. Let's have a look inside the regular cover that you'll be getting. It does contain boobs again, but animated ones, so I guess that's less offensive. There's also a 50-minute documentary here on the Italian cannibal genre. So it's not a bad release, this one, and to be fair, it's not a bad film. I did enjoy it. It's got a surprise twist at the end as well, which I didn't see coming. So that's Amazonia, the Catherine Miles story from 1985. I recommend that one. Alright, next up, something a bit more mainstream. We have Ready Player One, the new release, which come out this week in the UK. Been really intrigued about this one, and its references to 80s nostalgia with the movies and the games. So, gosh, it seems like years since I've seen a Spielberg film, a new one from him. But yeah, intrigued to check this one out. Might give it a watch later on. It's quite a long film. I think it's about 2 hours 20 minutes. There was a couple of Steelbook releases out, but the artwork on them was very bland and boring. I just didn't like them at all. I prefer this cover art, and it comes with a nice slipcase. It's got slight embossing on the title there. There you go. Spot gloss effect on the glasses. That's pretty nice. But there is, if I do like the film, there's a really nice edition in Italy coming out in September, like a retro VHS box set. So if it's a film I particularly enjoyed, I'll grab that one. So yeah, here we have Ready Player One then, guys. Looking forward to that. Next up, we have the new DC animated film. This is The Death of Superman. This looks really good. The animation looks superb. I checked out the trailer. But I'm not a big comic book fan. I buy anything Batman related though. And even though this isn't a Batman titled film, I believe he is in it. In some aspects of the plot he's involved. And I'm sure there's been another DC animated film on the same story. I'm sure it was called Superman Doomsday, because it does involve the villain of Doomsday. So yeah, there you go. That's a fantastic still image there. This is the UK Steelbook, by the way. I think the Steelbook's been released in various countries around the world, so it's quite easily to get your hands on. So yeah, that's The Death of Superman animated film. Alright, next up we have the new remake of Death Wish with Bruce Willis. This is done by Eli Roth, and gosh, his films are very hit and miss with me. More missed than hit, I have to say. He hasn't made a decent film since Cabin Fever, which was his first film. Which is a shame, because I do like the guy. I appreciate his enthusiasm for the horror genre, but his output has been lacking. Green Inferno was okay, I guess. But anyway, this is Death Wish. This one's got mixed feedback itself, actually, as well. But I've liked what I've seen and read from it so far, so I'm willing to give it a shot. This is the uncut version. The UK cinema version was cut by about 14 seconds, just so they could lower the age rating to a 15. Get more bums on seats in the cinema, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, uncut, rated 18. And yeah, hoping for a good, gritty, violent thriller. I do like revenge-themed films, so hopefully it lives up to the billing. So yeah, that's Death Wish. Alright, moving on. We have a couple of titles from the Midnight Factory label from Italy. These are a good label from Italy. They release some nice limited editions. They come with booklets, slipcases, reversible artworks on the inside, and they're starting to put out some good retro horror as well. They, of course, did the 4K Blu-ray release of Dawn of the Dead, the original. They've also released Carrie, Child's Play, Army of Darkness, Funhouse. They put out some really nice editions. But these are two recent horror films that I didn't have, and these went straight to DVD in the UK. But here they are on Blu-ray. Midnight Man, I'm more intrigued to check out. That looks pretty good. It's got Robert Englund and Lynn Shay. Visions, I'd know very little about, but it was very cheap on Amazon Italy. That's where I picked both of these up from, so I grabbed a pair of them. So yeah, as I said, nice slipcases with these. Multiple choice artworks. There you go, art one. And this cover is actually reversible, so there's two more different artwork variations to choose from. The booklets inside are in Italian, of course, but still nice to have on the shelf. I've got a fair few of these Midnight Factory releases now, so that's two more for the collection. So that's Midnight Man from 2017 and Visions, which is also from 2017. I know very little about this one, but hopefully it's one of those hidden gems, who knows. Right, moving on. We have Orca. Gosh, haven't seen this film. I don't know how it's escaped me over the years. The UK DVD was out of print for a long time, but it's one I've always wanted to look out for. I've never been able to catch it on TV either, but I guess it's a take on the Jaws, similar plotline to Jaws, just involving a killer whale. This is the Italian release. Hasn't been released on Blu-ray in the UK yet. In Australia's probably got the superior Blu-ray release, but it's a bit pricey. This one's bare bones except for a trailer, but it's uncut. It's a complete version. Just hope the transfer's decent. And there's the back. So yeah, you can grab this one off Amazon Italy for about €9.99. So yeah, that's Orca from 1977. And last up for this update, we have a Killer Croc film. So another animal attack film. This is Dark Age from 1987, I think. And it's got John Jarratt, who was Mick Taylor from the Wolf Creek films. Brilliant Wolf Creek films. But yeah, Dark Age, Killer Croc film. Looking forward to it. Australian made. This is the Umbrella release, and they've given it a decent release as well. Some special features on there. You can grab this one off Amazon UK for about $16.99. I saw this one on Shagrat's recent update, and that intrigued me enough to pick it up. So cheers for the recommendation. So there you have it, guys. That is it for this update. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for all the comments and the subscribers. Really appreciate all the support. So I'll see you again soon, guys. Take care.